Sylvain, it's hard to believe it's been 5 years since that magical run to the US Open title for you and Bianca. I'm wondering, what were you feeling, if you can recall back then, at the start of the tournament, on day one of the US Open in 2019? How were you feeling?
I was feeling pretty good because well, she had just won Toronto, and we did like a long training week in New York City. So we had been on the course on site for 5 or 6 days. I felt she was healthy and she was hitting the ball well and had played really well on hard court with Indian Wells, even Miami and Toronto. So pretty much very confident. And then the draw came up and we were ready to go.
How much of the run was a carryover of Toronto, or how much of it was it just its own event as you look back on it?
I think it was a bit of a carryover because she felt extremely confident, on top of her game. I felt the same about her. Everything was going really smooth with practice, no hiccups. And then we were like, okay, let's try to do it now in a Grand Slam. You've done it in 2 times on hard court in 1,000 events. Now you gotta try to make an impact in Grand Slams, which she had not done yet. You know, her best result was a second round in a Grand Slam a bit earlier in the year in Australia. She also had done well in Auckland, so she had really good references on hard court, basically every single tournament she played the entire year. And then the team was feeling good, Bianca was feeling good, and then day one started, and then here we go.
How much do you think back of the final and the feeling that you had afterwards?
Uh, it was incredible. It was incredible. It was incredible to play Serena, which is exactly what I wanted. Believe it or not, I was so disappointed in Toronto when Serena had to pull out at 3-1 in the first set. I wanted that match to being played. I think playing Serena was a real advantage, even for 4 games leading up to the final of the US Open, that she had been on court with her in the preparation and all of that. The atmosphere was incredible. I just remember the noise, a lot of noise. Of course, the crowd during the match was all about Serena because she was shooting for a 24th Grand Slam title to equal Margaret Court. And from the very moment that they stepped on the court, I understood. When Serena stepped in, the crowd got crazy. And then Bianca played really well and was able to keep the crowds, on mute for most of the match. Serena was playing okay, but nothing exceptional. And then we know what happened. Up 6-3, 5-1, I believe it was match point. And then suddenly Serena made her come back until 5-all, and the crowd got really, really involved. I've never experienced anything like it.
It was amazing. I remember Bianca covering her ears when
Correct.
Serena was coming back. So you got a trophy. The US Open gave you a trophy, a replica that Bianca got. Where do you keep your US Open trophy?
In the basement, but it's nice. It's nice. It's a nice spot. It's but listen, no, I value this trophy a lot. Actually, I think it's the only, I'm not sure, but I did not expect that. It was a big surprise for me because I was with families and friends and families of Bianca, and we were in the lounge, and then they come and they said, like, you need to come. Bianca just finished her press conference. You were there. And they said, like, you're receiving a trophy, which I was not prepared for. So that was great. And then, great memories, incredible memories. I also remember after the match, we went for dinner. The team and a lot of people, and I remember we finished, and I went, and my routine during the tournament, every single day, I went to Central Park to watch her next opponent. I did that for 2 weeks, and then it was over. But then I said, okay, this time I'm gonna walk around Central Park, and I did not know how big it was. But I walked around. It took me basically 3 hours, and I came back at 3 a.m. to my room and just reflect and appreciate the moment. It was, I've already said it, but it was pretty incredible.
Now you haven't been back to New York since that run, and Bianca's only played the US Open twice since then. fourth round and a third round. Is there something about New York that you think suits her well, that she's been able to put together a couple of wins every time she goes there?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it's, I mean, obviously doing well there the first time in 2019. She's got great memories. She understands the settings. She's played well there. I think it's, I mean, a hardcore. I think she can play on every single surface and play really well. I think hardcore might be her favorite, obviously, because this is where she's won so far, her biggest tournaments. So the courts are good for her. She's got those good memories, good feelings being there on Archer Ash or whatever big course she might be playing on. And well, I hope. I mean, her preparation this year, tournament wise, has not been excellent. I mean, but I know her, and she's playing Paolini, and lost to her actually at Wimbledon and French Open, third round, last two Grand Slams. I would not be surprised at all if she comes in, and even if she lost first round in Toronto and Cincinnati, and get herself in good form and play a great match and do a good run again this year.